As students roll into class for the Saturday morning session, each and every one of them sports the tired eyes of people who work through the night. Only one day left to repair, I suppose it's not too surprising. Thankfully, we only had to suffer through classes to the end of lunch break, and the time was our own. Mudo lurches in class as a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people who would enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he calls some page and question numbers on the board, and jumps at his desk. It's clearly a typical paper for him, but appears no one in class is going to call him out on it. Firstly, the students shovel their textbooks in petition to get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Teague made the class asocial. None of the people started on the ruffling papers. They partly attributed the two empty seats beside me. Besides, for some reason, Mission and Zune aren't present. Probably doing council work for the school festival. It's very quiet without Mitchell present. I wonder if she's as bored as bad as she is, or if she's making up for Zune's lack of voice. Okay, can I speak here a moment? As there goes something about Mishra, I don't even notice they're approaching my desk. Sure, what's this about? So everybody take outside of the room. Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out in the hallway. Leo stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he worked out what he was trying to say. Not knowing what's going on, I wait silently. So tell me, how are things? Things? They don't mean to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limits. You know, things. You gotta wait to settle in. How are things? Fine, I guess. I see. And how was your condition? Those were conditions seemed a little unnecessary. Haven't any problems so far? Leaf shimmer of relief crosses past Muto's face. Good, that's good. Good, that's good. There's a little concern that you might have been pushing yourself a bit too hard. First, nurse considered about pushing myself too hard, and then he wants me exercise. Make up your mind, nurse. Come on. He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. That makes sense. I say you don't blow off so freely. Particularly the level of education that you get in normal school, but you have to realize you have limits. The goal is to make sure that you don't know where those limits are, and to maximize your potential within them. You follow me? I guess. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Well, let's start, I guess. So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. Not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. Shaggy was in the hospital, so I haven't been too hard. Miro taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs his information. That's so. Suppose there are still students who are out there that realize the importance of learning. I don't go that far, as long as I get my occupied in my little life support prison. Well, yeah, you gotta give it those things, right? Exactly it. One remove in this world and you're left behind, right? Right. One that want that to happen. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery, but most of them have nothing to do with the lay person. But any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. So let me a serious talk is over, and it's go back to the standard, slightly scattered rate in which of life. And I think, in hindsight, I prefer him this way. Slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. What? Well then, I think that's all I had to say. Let's go back inside, shall we? I believe the session is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Let me pause for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. And for minutes I'm actually applying to this, but something these within me tells us it's time out so I can get back in the classroom. A few students jump at the sound of the door, happily trying to pretend that they are working on the questions on the board. Some didn't bother, their heads slumps on the desk as they nap. Thinking they appear that Mood doesn't notice them. He turns to his desk and gives it if he was trying to drawer from the drawers. I guess I got to him there. The class returns to a near silence that Mudo and I left it in for our chat. Big screams of tiredness and anticipation buzzed around the room. Everyone is here waiting for a chance to rest or a chance to get their last minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks from the meeting class time away, until finally the bells cry out, ending the tournament. Before you all leave, text the answer to those problems by Monday. West side is one, instantly regretting slacking off, but acutely aware the compression uses a hand. classroom is in a plank. As everyone rushes their last-minute fest preparations. Superman quickly finishes questions we have to bother with over the rest of the weekend and the festival tomorrow. But for me, Hanako is the one on the left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to her class to pick her up. The other moving around is normally harder than it's for Hanako. But it's none of my business, and unless you don't answer it from Hanako. Despite their various opportunities or receipts, neither tries to stay on a conversation about that or anything else either, so a breath of silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence, probably 50 minutes or just feels longer. Angela lays her notebook, Hanako turns face to the novel she's reading. Angela lets journalist paper is about to finish the paragraph. Another irritated sigh and turns fumbling around for a sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood in the classroom. I refuse to rise further away from my direction. For a long, lazy figure appears in the doorway. Hanako? Nina's lawyer takes to go chop for a desk for Lily. They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long for Lily leaves down the hallway and Hanako leaves in the classroom are taking her feet once again. Never thought I out of the corner of my eye or sheer curiosity that the two would be separated. For a minute she doesn't do anything but sit with her chin in her hand, turning the dejectedly. Bored and merely against so mature though. There's her reaching in her bag, pulling out a small book. I think that the one I'm still reading in the library must be quite a fast read to get through at this rate. Or would they leave your own faces? It's quite out of the ordinary, judging by Hako's reaction. Ah, that's right. I think Lily meant something like going in town today for when her friend bumped into us. They wrote that walk made me look outside. Bright sun, occasional people wandering around, enjoying the afternoon. Makes yearning to get out of school, or at least do something other than sit here. Giving my worst vices, procrastination. As a history of subjects basically on a Sunday, or a Monday, or any other day other than this one. I grunted as I laid myself right on my seat, briefly debating myself whether or not to hang out with Genji. He's talking to join the weather outside with others kind of person, really. I guess I'll strike up with him later. Trading tacks, I pretty entertained the idea of talking with Hanako, but by the time I look at her seats, it's vacant. She just left for the library. Save something I could do to kill time. Let's go to the library. Well, hold on. Let me save first. There. As I was saying. Let's go to the library. Library seems a good place to go. Hanako looks like he was taken pretty off guard by leaving, so she might want someone to talk to. Sitting a bag over my shoulder and make my way down in the classroom. I walked down the hallway to the library, a multitude of closed doors. Although each one the sound of furious rehearsals can be heard. Rock music plays out at one door, almost as loud as a concert. Guess that's one of the advantages of a private school, though there's enough room to go around at a time like this. Think about it, the grounds of the school building are in pretty good condition. It can't be too cheap. For this place is pretty serious benefactors. Most libraries only hardly insulate the noise of festival preparations, but there's only sounds to be heard. Notice not a soul stirs here. Apparently everyone enjoying the weather outside or working on physical events. Hiko isn't here either. Maybe she doesn't work on Saturdays. Probably like the library now. Now fairly familiar with this layout, I head to the back where Hanako's private little corner is. Remember this one of the books on the way, feeling the usual texture of each as I glance across the titles. I used to do all the time at the library at the hospital. Some things never change, I guess. The light smell of a library, no matter how much you take care, the paper in the book is always going to degrade with time. Probably, no matter which library you go to, anywhere in the world, it must be the same. That same musty smell. I find something that looks light enough to read without any major thought involved. Look for Hanako in the reading area.